For my senior capstone project at the University of West Oahu, I am exploring creative media on the neighboring islands of Oahu. This is including Kaua'i, Maui, and Big Island. This video series will delve into the media landscape across these islands and examine the future of Hawaii's media industry. This is Creative Media Local Style. If you don't know me, aloha, my name is Jordan Miller. I want to personally thank you for watching this 3-part video series. Hawaii, our home, my home at least, is the 50th state and the island state of the United States, located in the Pacific Ocean about 2,000 miles southwest of the U.S. mainland, one of the two non-continuous U.S. states. It is the only state not on the North American mainland. The only state that is an archipelago and the only state in the tropics. Is often described as the remotest place on Earth. Hawaii has always been a part of the United States media industry ever since the first newspaper was printed in 1834 for the state. Kalama Hawaii, Hawaii's first newspaper. Missionaries teaching to home rule activism. Students can make history too. The first newspaper printed in Hawaii was a student newspaper, Kalama Hawaii, the Hawaii Luminary, produced on February 14, 1834, at Lahaina Lua on Maui. Kekumu Hawaii, published in November 1834. Kekumu Hawaii was the second newspaper in Hawaii and the first regular newspaper. Thus, the birth of newspapers became the birth of media in some way in Hawaii. Now, the capital of Hawaii, of course, is on Oahu, specifically in Honolulu and Waikiki. It offered the perfect place for natural harbors for both new centralized government under King Kamehameha. But with many of the new and forming kingdoms over the years, the capital was simply wherever the king was at the time, and thus his residence was in the Waikiki Lounge, and thus the capital was too. In current day, Oahu has mainly been the most mainstream and active, as it's the most populated Hawaiian island and the third largest island in the state of Hawaii. Oahu is great for first-time visitors, families, and travelers who appreciate the nightlife and dining. For the longest time, Oahu has dominated the media industry of Hawaii, being an amazing tourist destination, its geography, and being Hawaii's capital. My goal in this video series is to see if there's any sustainable future for Oahu's neighboring islands, such as Kaua'i, Maui, and Big Island, and the creative media industry of 2025. Hawaii's media industry includes film, television, and other creative industries. As Hawaii's natural beauty elevates the creative potential for content creation, advertising, television production, it's no surprise that the island chain is a great opportunity for the United States media industry. In this video, which is video 1 of 3 in this video series, I am looking at Kaua'i's media industry. Kauai Island has been my home personally for many, many years for myself. I have grown up on Kauai all my life. Born on Oahu, but raised on Kauai. The island of Kauai, it's nicknamed the Garden Isle, thanks to the tropical rainforest of its surface, has served as a backdrop for many major Hollywood films. Such films include Jurassic World in 2015, Pirates of the Caribbean, Stranger Tides in 2011, Soul Surfer also in 2011, the Avatar movie in 2009, and finally the original Jurassic Park in 1993. The movie crew behind the 2015 Jurassic World used Okili Valley as many backdrops for the island of Kauai. Pirates of the Caribbean Stranger Tides movie crew used many caves on the island of Kauai, such as Waikapaleae caves. Soul Surfer movie crew in 2011 used 3 North Shore locations such as Tunnel Beach, the beginning of the Kalalau Trail, and the Hanalei Pier, all of which were short drives from the Hanalei Bay Resort. The Avatar movie crew in 2009 spent 5 days filming at Kauai's Kiahua Arboretum, a nature preserve surrounding the Wailua River. Finally, the Jurassic Park original movie in 1993. Kauai Island was known for its natural beauty because of many iconic shots, such as the Jurassic Park gates. Before all of those appearances, the beautiful island of Kauai was essentially kind of put on the map, as you could say, from the film South Pacific in 1958. The synopsis of South Pacific is as follows. Nurse Neil Forbush, played by Mitzi Gaynor of the U.S. Navy, falls for a middle-aged French plantation owner, Emile de Becue, played by Rosanaro Brazili, but recoils upon discovering that he fathered 2 mixed-race children. When Neely leaves him, the broken-hearted Emily agrees to take on a dangerous mission. In his absence, Nellie struggles to reconcile her prejudice with her love for him, and after she spends time with his children and comes to care for them, fears Emily may not return alive. At the Academy Awards, the movie South Pacific was nominated for 10 awards and only won 1 Academy Award, an Oscar for Best Sound in 1959. After the release of South Pacific, Kauai was becoming bigger and bigger. Kauai's media industry stayed the same for many years, with it mostly relying on community news outlets. With such great history as a backdrop for many films, Kauai's media industry started for the industry in 1902, with the publication of the Garden Island newspaper, the first newspaper on the island. The newspaper was published weekly until 1964, then twice a week until 1976, and currently appears daily. The Garden Island has always been the daily newspaper for the community of Kauai ever since 1902. A newspaper should strive to inform readers about the news and information that has happened currently within the week/days for its community. The Garden Island is owned by Oahu Publications, Inc., publisher of the Honolulu Star Advertiser. Acquired the Garden Island newspaper from Lee Enterprises in January of 2013, making Kauai's local newspaper more island-wide for its news and information. The local newspaper isn't the only option for news on Kauai. The local radio stations of Kauai has been another resource for the community of Kauai. Radio broadcasting on Kauai began in 1940 with the station KTOH, Kauai Territory of Hawaii, which started airing on May 8th on Ahukini Road. Currently, Kauai has several local radio stations, such as KKCR, Ke Kanani o Kaua'i, KQNG FM, Kong FM 93.5, KSRF, known as High 95, Kauai's local hits, KFMN, known as Kauai FM 97 Radio, KFMN 96.9 FM, Kauai's best music mix, and KHKU, otherwise known as Star 94.3, Kauai's best mix of the 80s, 90s, and now. The radio stations of Kauai offer more of a local, down-to-earth daily news and entertainment feel, while the Garden Island brings a weekly and past week news feel, with efforts on business news and other important news. I've talked about Kauai's radio industry and Kauai's local newspapers, but as for the television aspect of the media industry for Kauai, the first television broadcast to the residents of Hawaii occurred on December 1st, 1952, the day Honolulu's KGMB TV Channel 9 began broadcasting a regular daily telecasting schedule. Kauai's own Hawai'i Kaua'i Community Television, Inc., Hawai'i, is a public access television station on Kauai that offers news, events, and community-driven content. Hawai'i also provides classes and training to help people develop their media skills and creativity. Hawai'i Kaua'i Community Television is a non-profit organization that provides public access television services to the island of Kauai. Their mission is to create a civic forum to the community engagement by providing training, equipment, and resources to generate original content to share across multiple platforms. They provide training, equipment, and technical support to ensure that anyone can create and broadcast high-quality content. Their program ranges from educational to cultural. To show the community, events, and government meetings, Hawai'i strives to help and empower the local community of Kauai. With the development of local journalism like the Garden Island, local radio stations like Kong, KKCR, HI 95, KFMN, and Star 94.3, the local television broadcasting like Hawai'i, and more information and entertainment in Kauai began to prosper for the local community. Speaking of prosperity for the local community of Kauai, as a leader of creative media in the industry, we have the Kauai Community College. Kauai Community College is a public community college in Lihue, Hawaii, and it's the only institution of higher learning on the island. It is a part of the University of Hawaii system and is accredited by the Accrediting Commission for the Community and Junior Colleges. Founded in 1926, 99 years ago, as of this video, established as a vocational school within the State of Hawaii Department of Education in 1965, Kauai Community College became a comprehensive community college and was transferred to the University of Hawaii UH system as one of the 7 colleges in the UH Community College system. Kauai Community College's media program provides students with a comprehensive introduction to the variety of digital communication disciplines, event technology, music, photography, video, animation, graphics, and website design. Kauai Community College's creative media program guides students to develop viable industry benchmark skills. Important components of the program are the Creative Media Consortium, which connects industry experts with students to facilitate career opportunities and continuous curriculum improvement, and a commitment to service in the community. Matching student teams to work with real nonprofit clients on Kauai to develop new digital materials. Students may earn certificates in creative media to provide job upgrades and entry-level skills for an Associate of Science degree in creative media. After earning this associate's degree, students may continue to the University of West Oahu to obtain a bachelor's degree of applied science degree with a concentration in creative media, or a bachelor's of arts in humanities with the concentration of creative media. Kauai's Economic and Development Board, KEDB, is a private nonprofit 501c3 organization which was founded in 1984 by a group of business leaders who recognize the need to broaden and strengthen Kauai's economy. The primary purpose of the organization is to explore potential areas for economic diversification and create and strengthen industries that can flourish in Kauai. The Kauai Creative Technology Center is one of the several projects being conducted under the KEDB to build regional capacity to guide economic prosperity and resiliency. Kauai's Economic Development Board, the vision after COVID-19, was a vision for Kauai's technology and media industry's future. KCTC has its sights set on facilitating the growth of Kauai and the creative technology industries. With the help of the Kaua'i Economic Development Board and its partners, a first-of-its-kind Kaua'i Creative Technology Center is being constructed on the island. Through the creation of this state-of-the-art center, Kaua'i residents will be given the necessary tools to achieve the industry success in both the creative and technology fields. Kaua'i's Technology and Media Center is a high-tech, creative, and collaborative space located on Kaua'i's west side. Kaua'i's Technology Center is set to be a hub for the media industry of Kaua'i, with many facilities and developing technology being integrated for this technology center. Another center for Kaua'i's media industry is Ka Media Creative, which is an award-winning wedding and portrait photography business on Kaua'i for the community, specializing in mainly food and beverage headshots, portraits, and wedding and event photos. Ka Media Creative was founded by Christian Kaua'i. Previously, it was Kaua'i Photography. His company went through a major transitional rebranding in 2022, expanding on the experience with our award-winning wedding and portrait photography. He sets its sights for bigger projects, incorporating commercial and studio photography and content creation for individuals as well as small, medium, and large businesses throughout Hawaii. Kaua'i has a lot of striving talent, bringing more for the local community, whether that's digital media like classic journalism, television, radio, and music, advancing the skill in creative media, photography, and the video production. Kaua'i's media industry is the local heart and communication for its community, and as of 2023, Kaua'i's population is 17,000, roughly around 7.9 thousand people, which is still growing to this day, obviously, because all that was from 2023. That community for the island is shown in just old-fashioned but amazingly powerful content that just does them. You have newspaper industries, you have the radio industry, you have television like Hawai'i. All of that is what Kaua'i's strength, and it shows an ability to overcome and persist. It's very interesting seeing the local community of Kaua'i strive for an impressive and strong community for the media industry. Kaua'i Now is a news source that provides up-to-date information about the island of Kaua'i, Hawaii. It covers local news, events, and breaking news, and community information. On January 3rd, Kaua'i Now released an article that the state seeks proposals to showcase the island as prime places for media development. The state is seeking ideas for small, mid-sized, and micro-budget films and creative media projects from Hawaii, movie makers, content creators, and other media entrepreneurs to just simply support the local talent and show the world that the island is a prime place for media development. Small to mid-sized and micro-budget films and creative media projects from Hawaii, movie makers, content creators, and other media entrepreneurs to support local talent and show the world that the islands are a prime place for media development. A request for the proposals was released earlier this week by the Hawaii Department of Business, Economic and Development Board and Tourism Creative Industry Division. Phase 1 seeds funding totaling $400,000 from the Hawaii Film and Creative Industries Development Fund will be used to support the local filmmakers, media makers, and content creators with the goal of growing Hawaii-made media content to be licensed and distributed worldwide. Awards from $3,000 to $15,000 for short films will be made up to a total of $100,000, with longer format projects eligible to receive $16,000 to $50,000, individual awards up to a total of $300,000. This proposal for the state seeks much possibility for Kauai's local talent of Hawaii and for the future of Kauai's media industry is another step in a great forward direction. The content creators community of Kauai is a very, very vast community. Chelsea, known as Chelsea Kaua'i on Instagram, is a digital creator with 1.1 million followers who focuses on yoga, freediving, and an artist herself. Roxy, known as Roxy Kaua'i on Instagram, is a content creator with 115 followers who focuses solely on Kauai wedding content creation. And finally, another one of Kauai's content creators, which I can find, is Alana Blanchard, known as Alana Blanchard on Instagram, with 1.6 million followers, who focuses on being a professional surfer and athlete. All of these content creators have one thing in common, and that's Kauai's living. They are all aspiring active members of Kauai's local community, who create content of their own lives and give back to the community in many ways, whether through their business or being active in the social media industry of Instagram. Having another backbone besides Oahu is wonderful for the community because it provides more opportunity.